All right, so today's Riyadh season, and they got a stacked card, right? A couple of people I'm not really too familiar on the undercard, but I know Zhang's about to fight. I know Joseph Parker's going to fight. Daniel Dubois, Shakur Steven's going to fight on the undercard. Eventually, they're going to cap it off with a better Betev and Bivol, right? For undisputed at 175 pounds. And boxing is just right now, they're back at it. Devin Haney's about to come back up soon, and Gervonta Tank Davis is about to come back up soon. So something told me, let me see how much the prices are, right? And so I go on the zones at $25 for a stack card, boxing zone all day. So I'm like, all right, let me just pay. That's $25. I could pay that, right? Let me support these fighters. So I said, well, let me see if the Gervonta Tank Davis fight, him versus Lamont Roach, March 1st, is going to be affordable. So I go on there and I look at their undercard, and I don't see anything worthy on the undercard. And then not only that, but I see that Amazon's charging $79.99. And let me ask people, my subscribers, would you rather pay $25.99 for multiple fights or $79.99 for one? Because at this point, honestly, I believe that the zone's finna put everybody else out of boxing. You've seen Bob Arum and his team, Top Rank, be informed by ESPN that they're no longer doing it. And ESPN's been in boxing since the 90s, honestly, with Friday night fights. And then that went under, but then they started a whole Top Rank thing, right? And just when you think about the zone recently, when you think about the zone, all these mega fights that they put on, and all of them have been affordable. I feel like the highest fight I paid for was Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia, which is at least $70. And then last year, then after that, it seemed like they started getting more affordable. And Turkey came out and was like, we want to have more affordable fights. So I'll be like, all right, cool, right? Everything's been cheaper. But PBC, who is I don't know if they got an exclusive deal with Amazon, but that's just who they're with. Not only are they not coming down on their fights, but it's not a stacked card. And they used to tell you that it's not a stacked card because they didn't have the money to pay the fighters. So what's going on now? And I'm not over here a set guy. I'm not a PBC versus the zone. I'm for us, man. I'm for the boxing fans. We want to see the best fight the best. And honestly, if the PBC keeps making their method, running their method, they're definitely going to go under. Because who are they really putting on? You want to make me pay $75 to watch Keith Thurman, who ain't fought in years, come back and fight? I'm not going to do that. Or watch Gervonta Tank Davis fight a nobody. I'm not going to do that. And I'm not hating on Lamont Roach. I'm just saying, from a casual fan's perspective, or just even people like me and y'all, hardcore fans, who have to get up and have real jobs and take our hard-earned money when we can spend this money. Put like this: if I pay $74, I can pay for my son's track. I can buy him a pair of shoes. I can buy me a pair of shoes. It can cover something. We got real bills out here in this inflation. So this right here is showing me that something's not right over here on that side. $25 for a completely stacked card, or $79.99 for Gervonta Tank Davis versus a prospect. Pretty much you paying for a prospect fight. And this just goes to show you that Amazon's model, or should I say PBC's model, is outdated. And fans are pushing back. This is why you're seeing people streaming. This is why PBC has been going under. Poor matchmaking, a lot of ducking. We never got to see Spence versus Keith Thurman. It's so many different fights over there that we never got to see because it was just too much ducking and politics and I gotta make sure my money's right. Meanwhile, the zone has put on mega fight after mega fight. Turkey Al-Sheikh, he got all this money. And listen, when Al Heyman was at his peak, I was rooting for Al. I wanted to see the best fight the best. But when that Joshua versus Wilder fight fell through for whatever reason, that kind of started hurting the PBC. And then they just been going down and down. And another thing, how come you don't really see Floyd promote the PBC anymore? Do y'all see that? Didn't Floyd say he owned half the company? Like, you don't see him promoting it. You don't see him talk about Al Heyman no more. You rarely see these fighters talk about Al Heyman. It seems like everybody has went radio silent. Some of these fighters have barely fought in years. And at one point, everybody wanted to be with the PBC. The only people who wasn't over there was Terrence Crawford and Shakur Stevenson. And now you're seeing a lot of PBC fighters jump ship, but they can't talk about Al because, allegedly Al Haymon has an NDA to where they can't sign, where they can't do anything. But then you seen Turkey talk about how he mentioned the PBC, so you never know. Maybe they'll go under there, and maybe that'll change it. But from what I'm hearing, this may be Amazon's last year in boxing. I heard they don't have no money guaranteed, so everything is basically a distribution deal. Maybe PBC will strike a deal with Netflix, but it's so many fighters that you do not hear from anymore. And y'all know what I'm talking about. Go back to 2011, 2012. Every time somebody fought, I want to thank PBC, Al Haymon, Showtime, HBO, and you don't hear nothing no more. And we fans, man, we tired of it, man. And a lot of people now are just going to streaming. But look, it is just funny because even I was skeptical of DAZN at first. Remember, they was having everybody they was trying to sign these fighters, and all these fighters making fun of them, and look now, they didn't made a deal with the Saudi billionaires, and now they about to take up, or I guess they are taking off. But honestly, the PBC, they're going to have to change their model. Honestly, if they want to sustain, they're going to have to. The cards need to be stacked like the DAZN cards, and they have so many fighters to where they can rival these people. I don't know what they're doing over there, and nobody will come out and say anything. HBO in left boxing, Showtime, who was pretty much the PBC's. They were hand in hand, but with Showtime and Steven Espinoza, they end up leaving PBC. And then PBC got this deal on Amazon, and you're hearing, oh yeah, they're going to be in front of 200 million people. Has they even put on a free fight like that? So I don't know, man. I don't know. Boxing's changing. I hope the best. I'm not a PBC hater at all. I want to see the best fight the best. I don't care what network it's on. I've said it before. I don't care if it's on Netflix, Hulu, ESPN, USA Network, CBS, NBC. It doesn't matter to me, the zone, but something just, the PBC model's not working no more, honestly. And unless they sign a deal with the zone, don't be surprised if they go under. Now, maybe all of this is just a mirage, and maybe when PBC finally gets bought out or took over by Turkey and the DAZN, maybe they'll jack up the prices again. Maybe I'm wrong, but at this moment, you're getting great fights for an awesome price, man. $25, I had to pay that. Or $25.99. That's lunch money. But I just want to get my quick thoughts about it. Tell me what y'all think.